Hey guys, Jeed here, bringing you another cast of just a ranked game, another user submitted one. I do have to apologize ahead of time. I kind of moved where my setup is, so there's a little bit more of an echo in this room for now. I gotta kind of furnish it a little better, but just so if you hear that, you'll kind of know why. But let's just hop right into this, I guess, and just, get going. So here for the Radiant Squad, we've got what's a sub myth on Meepo.
Prepare for
Got
battle.
oh god, what is his name? Chim on Monkey King. Let's see, Cambalon on Dazzle. GNR on Storm Spirit. And then we got Vsoy in that offlane Nyx. On the dire side, Anonymous playing Treant Protector / Legion Commander. X on Slardar, easy enough for me. My bad. We got Jean on Tinker, and we'll wrap it all off with a safe lane Morphling with Azraith. So starting out, let's see, we got no vision out quite yet, but we have all the dire heroes grouping up towards the bottom room. Train's gonna try to get some of these wards out early. Let's see if he does block the camp, but Dazzle is kind of scouting out a little bit. So we might not see that happen. So, I mean, we haven't seen Monkey King played too much anymore, at least in Pro Dota lately, just because, all the nerfs, he just kind of isn't as viable. Watching one of my friends' games, playing Monkey King, or there's a Monkey King in his game, and he had the highest net worth at maybe 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and he just fell flat in the late game, and they ended up losing. Granted, that's not at a pro level or anything, but nonetheless, still kind of just goes to show how ineffective he is lately since the recent nerfs, 6.0 or 7.06. But so we got this mid matchup here: Jean versus GNR. We got Tinker versus Storm Spirit. Tinker has he does have his. No, I didn't see it at first. For some reason, it was just showing me 2 tangos. I didn't know if I was maybe looking at someone else. Yeah, Legion Commander. So we got this. Nice little dual lane Dazzle Meepo. Should do okay here. Oh, tri-lane, sorry. Dazzle Meepo, Monkey King. Should do fairly well. It is a Legion and Slardar kind of splitting the XP here, though. I think I'd rather see Slardar go up in the safe lane and maybe help out Morphling in this 1v1 matchup. But I think Legion should be okay. She got the overwhelming odds, has a couple tangos in the bottle. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem for her. At least getting XP. Last hitting might be a little more difficult, but Jean, nice job denying there. So GNR already out to a early CS lead here, 9-2. But we have Anonymous waiting for that courier to come. Whenever GNR wants his bottle, or if he gets a salve shipped out first, which seems like he's gonna skip right over. So Jean's got a ways to catch up. He's 3-1, so a little bit behind in terms of CS here, but yeah, Slash. Hits level 2 now. Overwhelming odds. Doesn't quite connect on last hits here, but we'll start doing some damage once he starts getting a couple more points in it. Meepo forced already out into the jungle. Level 1 still. Has to pop a salve. Has the Iron Talon. So it looks like it's just going to be Monkey King and Dazzle here. I guess Monkey King will be not so much roaming around, but will be more of a carry or so. Yeah, Anonymous seeking that courier. Going to walk right into tower, though. Taking a lot of damage here from this Tier 1, already down to a little bit, maybe a little bit less than half health, or a little bit more maybe, but still. So, Slardar, level 2, has Crush and Sprint, hasn't made any rotation, just kind of staying around with Legion Commander, but Monkey might be in some trouble here. He gets stunned up by X, but X is taking too much damage, and he's forced to back off as well. Jean's catching back up somewhat, but GNR still has a sizable lead here in this in the CS department. Meepo having a rough time. Level 2 and already forced to go back to base. Has his brown boots, and that's about it. So really like to see that Meepo hit level 3 to get that extra Meepo. Maybe make his farming a little better, but I thought he was going to be able to stay in lane. I mean, he's not sure if Monkey King was planning on going for this carry-esque build, but nonetheless, that's what we're starting to see, and Meepo might, it's kind of losing out so far. Not doing so well in the jungle. Meanwhile, up top, Azraith, level 3, almost level 4. Visoy, same thing. About splitting equal XP-wise. But down bottom, we got Legion Commander going on Cam Balan a little bit. And here comes Chim. I'm going to try to help out, but X is there to kind of hit him away. Gonna go for the sprint, but not able to get the stun off before Chim makes it under tower. Gets the stun now, but a little too late there for Slardar. Anonymous is sitting in the trees here. He's got a haste room for a little bit longer. He might try to go with his team and get a kill here, but both X and Slash are a little too far back, so I have to wait. Dazzle doesn't have a sentry to deward this, so this could be a good opportunity here if we get the first hit bash, and there it is. It's more of a root rather, not the bash, but here comes X, gets a stun off. Legion Commander's nowhere to be seen. The Shallow Grave coming out on Kimbalon, but still kind of stuck in the trees here. Here comes Anonymous. They don't want to extend too far. Now X is the one in trouble. These creatures are doing some damage. Here comes the Primal Spring from Chim, and he's going to go on to Anonymous. Anonymous needs to get in the trees to be able to get away, but now it's X getting the first kill on Kimbalon, and GNR rotates down to finish off the kill too. So 1 for 1 so far. Anonymous able to slip out, but now Slash is being chased out by GNR. Still only level 5 though, so does not have the zip around ball lightning there. So nice job. I think if Anonymous kind of waited for Slash to be in the area before he started the right click route onto Kimbalon, it might have worked out a little better in his favor, but nonetheless, you know, they got the first blood, so they got the extra XP from that. They did end up losing X, but you know, he's level 3 now. He's playing the supporty role, so he'll be okay. Would have been nice for Slash to probably pick up the kill though, but they're gonna go again. Anonymous is gonna break the invis. A little too far away, and the crush is gonna miss. So Chim able to hop up in the trees. Kim still in some trouble though. Kim and Chim, or Cam, sorry. So now Chim jumps down from the trees. The poison touch going on to X, but only level 1 poison touch. Not going to do a hell of a whole lot there. Back mid now. Jean is level 6, so he's got a lot of damage coming from this laser and these rockets. GNR also level 6, but not a ton of mana. Probably not going to zip around too much anytime soon until he kind of fills up back on his mana. Azraith and Visoy. Probably still about equal. In terms of CS, I guess Azraith is doing a bit better there, but you know, as in terms of XP, it's not going to be a kill lane on either side, at least till level 6 for Visoy, I guess, but even then, a good strength morph will keep Azraith alive for a while. Anonymous is able to steal the bounty rune away from Sub here, Sub Myth. So not a whole lot going on much other than this bottom lane, but even this bottom lane is kind of like a hit you twice, run back to base, run back towards my tower. Not very exciting with the exception of that one team fight, but now we got Chim in some danger here. Gets a stun off on 2, and here comes Cam. He has Shallow Grave, but not going to put it down quite yet. Chim in some trouble, and X gets a stun off. Not going to connect on Cam, and now Chim has to back off, but X and Slash are a little bit low on health here. The overwhelming odds will connect on the 2. The heal wave coming out from Cam, a little too far for the Shallow Grave, but now they're going to force to go on Cam as Slash goes under tower a little too much, but the Primal Spring coming down. X in some trouble. Both Radiant heroes very low on health, but same with the Dire heroes. Slash, most health here, sitting at 250, but I'm surprised. I mean, obviously it worked out in their favor, but I'm surprised Cam didn't throw out the Shallow Grave. And here, Sub Myth takes out Anonymous, just barely living through it. Again, Sub Myth not really having the best time. He is level 5 now, but had a rough start there in that jungle. Not really doing a whole lot of work. Another poison touch going down on Slash, but he'll be okay. Yeah, so in terms of draft, I think that the Dire have a very solid draft here. I mean, you have Morphling who turns late games. It just hurts so much to play against a Morphling late game, especially if you're one of these supports, squishier heroes, I guess, like Dazzle. If you can't get the Shallow Grave off enough, and Azraith has like an E-Blade at that time, and here comes GNR going on to Azraith and Azraith and Anonymous. So the stun not going to connect, and now Anonymous in some trouble on GNR here. Azraith also shares the damage with him. heals himself up a little bit, but he's all agility right now, so not a lot of health. And they doesn't get the last right click on the GNR, so he's not able to finish him off, but he will be able to get the Vsoy with that last, what is that, waveform. Sorry. Able to kind of get out of that gank there from GNR, but not able to pick up the double kill is Azraith. Nonetheless, nice job. I mean, he is very ballsy. He's sitting at pretty much full agility. He's only got 440 total health, so kind of surprised that GNR didn't throw in one more right click. Would have done a lot of damage to him because he was so low already. Granted, he does have more armor when he's all agi, but I think it might have been a little bit of a misplay there by GNR. Jean is level 8. He's starting to get his points in the March of the Machines, so while these other little skirmishes going around the map as GNR and Chim try to go onto Slash here, but Slash able to get out fast enough. Excuse me. X was in some trouble. He's able to TP back to the shrine here. No duel up yet. Still level 5 here on Slash, so Primal Spring coming down. Will connect on the stun, but X is here to dash if he needs to. He gets the Electric Vortex onto X. Press the attack, and he'll be okay for now. Up top, though, he scouts out Nyx. He's under that sentry, but it might be too much. He gets the strength morph off, so Vsoy just kind of forced to back off. Down bottom, and now it's Cam in some trouble here against Slash and X. Gets the Shallow Grave off on himself, but here comes Donovan. Oh, the heal bomb's doing so much damage, and now X is down. Slash is in some trouble. Anonymous dies, so it's a 3 for none. A nice job there by the Dazzle. He's able to get that. It's a level 3. Yeah. Level 3 heal. And, you know, Monkey King gets 448 gold. And that's a nice little exchange there for them. We got a nice little 3k lead in net worth. And even Morphling forced to go back. Has to fill up on mana. He's level 8 now. But Slash has to get to this mid lane. I mean, he's their position 3 here. And he's still level 5. At 10 minutes, just hits level 6 now. Now he does have duel. He's got a regen rune, so we should start seeing some spooky stuff come from him. Maybe rotating around with Chim, trying to get that first duel. Especially if they hang around with Jean here. He's got the laser and the rockets. Granted, it's level 3 in both, but does so much damage. Makes for a very easy duel. X finishes off his tranquils now, so he'll be able to sustain himself in lane a little bit better. I do think we're going to see something mid here now. Chim and GNR are going to go on to Jean. Jean in some trouble here. The Spike Carapace is going to keep him alive in the March of the Machines, but GNR are going to fall on the backside. So Jean might not get the XP for it, but he does pick up more gold by killing GNR, just standing in that March of the Machines. I did mistake there. I did say Slash and Chim were on the same team, rotating together, but obviously not quite the case there. Kind of screwed the pooch on that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Azraith pushing tier 1 now. He's working on his Dragon Lance. Has a piece of that. Could afford a second piece, but you know, he's pretty much had a decent time. He wasn't going to get killed by Vsoy until he hit level 6 anyways, so you know, now it might be a little bit of a different story here. Vsoy level 8 has the Vendetta and max points in the Impale, but you know, no mana burn on him. Here comes GNR, gonna go on to Azraith. He starts the strength morph. Might not be enough though. Vsoy coming in. He does have the damage should he need it. Waveform's away, and here comes Anonymous to kind of help him out. Not the best communication, I'm sure. If Vsoy would have gone Vendetta when the Electric Vortex came in from GNR, it might have been enough damage while he was still kind of full on Agi to take him out. But for now, he lives through it. And now look at Submit. He has his Boots of Travel now. The real hero. Yeah, Boots of Travel, and he's got the Band of Elven Skin. So not a ton, but Anonymous here, kind of keeping Vsoy at bay. He does get the bash up. The Spike Carapace is going to connect. Here comes Chim and GNR, and now Azraith. That's the trouble. Here's Jean. The Wukong's command comes down. Anonymous and Azraith trying to hop out of it, but Jean, the real one, in trouble. Anonymous goes back in, but he ends up falling to GNR, and now the waveform coming back in on Azraith. Gets the kill on Vsoy. Down bottom, X kills off Submyth, but up top, I think Anonymous kind of messed himself up there. He walked right back into the Wukong's command instead of walking out. He was trying to save Jean, I believe, but still, just taking all those hits from the little monkey statues kind of messed him up there. So they do get a 2-for-1 as X, actually a 3-for-1 because X was able to kill Submyth, but So we do have, that's the first duel down bottom between X and Slash onto that Meepo, so I think that's going to be really interesting to see how this Meepo does, if he's able to kind of climb up. This is a normal skill game, so obviously it's not the highest skill in Meepo, a harder hero to play, but now GNR going on to Azraith. Has no more mana though. Chim's trying to hop in too. Primal Spring coming up too. He gets the Boundless Strike on the 2, X and Azraith, but the waveform out is fine. The crush on the GNR, and here comes Anonymous. Gets the root up, and it's going to be Azraith taking the kill. Now Chim in some real trouble here. X is chasing him down, and Jean's here to join the party. Gets the laser and the rockets. Here comes the March of the Machines, but Chim able to walk away. The Shallow Grave coming out, and it's 4 dire heroes here, and Vsoy on the back end now. He's got the Vendetta. He's looking for a kill, maybe on Azraith, but that's a hard hero to kill. He just has to morph strength, and he'll be okay, So far, Slash is kind of farming up the jungle as these 4 dire heroes, maybe 3 now, and Jean's TPing away, but Boundless Strike hitting onto Azraith, he'll be okay. Still got a good amount of health. I mean, he's mostly agi still. He's got that Dragon Lance. Now he's going full agi this game. Scouts out Vsoy, so does see him take the rune there. Jean goes back to farming mid, trying to catch back up in the CS. He is 54 and 10. He does have his travels, however, so he's doing good there. Should be seeing, I assume it would be Blink Dagger next, but we'll see. Slash trying to go in on this duel maybe on Sub Myth, but not quite close enough to do so. Now we've got this tri-lane back from the Dire, Anonymous, Azraith, and X. Looking to push maybe a tier 1 here. So far nothing, but meanwhile on the Radiant side we have Cambalon and Vsoy moving around bottom, maybe trying to find a hero in this off-lane jungle, but it's going to be GNR in some trouble here. X trying to connect on the stun. He gets the Corrosive Haze and not able to get the stun off before GNR is able to ball lightning out, but meanwhile Jean's just picking up the CS and farming the wave. They've already taken the tier 1 mid. Now looks like Sub Myth might be the target here. Vsoy does kind of spot him out, and now it's X in some trouble. The weave off on him and Slash with Vsoy is in the area as well. The Shallow Grave coming on to Cambalon, so he's alive for now, but how much longer can he live? And it will be the dual victory from Slash. Gets the kill as well. And now Vsoy in some trouble. Pops a Vendetta. He's got the Corrosive Haze. The Spike Carapace will work on to Slash, but still in some trouble. But here comes GNR, his saving grace. Now it's going to be Slash in some trouble. The stun from X coming out. He gets the Corrosive Haze, but forced to back off now. They don't want to die here. They need to get back to the shrine. X might be the sacrificial lamb, and it looks like he will be. The the remnant from Stormspear getting the kill. The Impale almost hit from Vsoy to steal the kill, but probably went to the hero you'd rather have it go to. So, you know, again, only a 2k net worth lead here at 16 minutes. Nothing sizable, a very even match still. You know, a little skirmishy here and there, so there's no lead, I guess, really. I mean, obviously net worth, 2k net worth, there's a 1 tower lead for the Dire. Now it's even, so I guess the Radiant do have a bit of a lead here, but not by too much. So Meepo's coming online now. Jean in some trouble here as Sub Myth and Vsoy. Misses the Impale, but the net from Meepo will be enough. So Meepo now, level 12. He's got his travel, he's got his Dragon Lance, he's working on a Blink Dagger. 15 damage, okay. I like that talent over the armor. Yeah, I guess 20 XP over 7 strength. 7 strength, you know, pretty good still. It's a good amount of stats for a strength hero, but when the XP talent is a level 10 talent, it's kind of hard to give up. And now Azraith choosing to go, you know, abilities over the talents for now, but now he's going to TP mid against GNR. He's trying to push this tower, so he gets the waveform, not going to connect. He has 2 points of adaptive strike, but without any backup. And here comes Jean now. Vsoy in the area. Doesn't get scouted out quite yet by the tower, but oh, they're pinging him out. They know something's going on. Vsoy being chased down. I don't know how Slash knows. Maybe he stepped right into the tower area, but that Vendetta still got plenty of time on it. Nothing gonna happen there, and John's gonna keep up the split push effort. Looks like the Radiant will take this tier 1 top, maybe a little slowly, but the rest of the team kind of moving around in the Radiant jungle here. And Azraith's just gonna push to mid tier 2. But here comes Vsoy and Cambalon now in some trouble. X here gets the Corrosive Haze and not even enough time to get the duel off. It's a 2-man Impale, but Cambalon got no abilities off, just ended up falling as Chim takes a tier 1 top. Dire looks like they want to push this tier 2. There's no TPs coming in yet from the Radiant, but here comes Sub Myth TPing in right behind the tower. Looks like they'll just back up. They don't want to die here, but Chim stuck on this tree. He's gonna primal spring around, so maybe they heard him, but Anonymous pinged him out. Not much he can do there. So Jean still doesn't quite have his next item. He's had those boots for a little while now, but it's GNR going on him, gets the electric vortex off, and the right click's doing a lot of damage. Jean just has no answer, gets the rocks off. He needs to get the laser though to do, and it's not going to be in time. GNR gets a fairly easy kill there on Jean. If he would have got the laser, at least the right clicks would have missed for a little bit. I'm not sure if it works with the static shock waveform. I mean the weave coming out. Cambalon and Visoy going on to Azraith here, but the stun on X gets 2. They're going to try to get Cambalon, but he does get the Shallow Grave off in time. Here comes Anonymous. He gets the ult off, and now Visoy in some trouble. Cambalon falls to the hands of Azraith, and now Visoy also falls. That's a 2 for none there. Up top, or someone killed off Meepo. I don't even know where that happened. Might have been Slash there, as he has another duel victory. So 3 for 1 there. It's only Jean falling a little bit early. A lot of gold there for Azraith. Nice little exchange again. So Dire, I mean, they might not be up in terms of net worth, but you know, they are doing fairly well for themselves here. X in some trouble. Not a lot of mana. The Boundless Strike will hit on an Anonymous as he's sitting somewhere within vision, but he's able to get away. But X gets the blink just in time before the nets come out from sub-mid. Nice job by X to get out of that hairy situation there. Anonymous still just sitting in these trees, scouting out sub-mid as he continues farming here. A little dangerous as he's got a blink dagger now too, so should they get any vision of him, they will be able to kill him fairly easy. I mean, he's not the thickest hero. He does have a good amount of health with 1100 there, but gets a nice scouting reward. Azraith gonna maybe go on GNR here. The right clicks from GNR gonna come out, and here comes the electric vortex. Sub-Myth is here with a net. He gets the poof combo off on Azraith. Now Azraith in some real trouble. Has to waveform away, but not a lot of mana. Doesn't have enough to do anything really, so he's just gonna fall here. He was full strength almost at 3,000 health, and still now Cambalon forced to Shallow Grave himself. The Impale gonna connect on 2, but Cambalon will fall anyways. Will it be a duel? It will not, as Anonymous picks up the kill. You really want to feed those duels here to Slash. That should have been an easy one, but nonetheless, Anonymous picks up the kill. Look at the kills. Azraith is 6-1 now, so he's had a pretty good time, with the exception of that last kill that we just saw happen. X doing a nice job keeping these Corrosive Hazes on to the Radiant Heroes, allowing Slash to kind of get a couple duels now, but really need to see a couple more. We got the level 10 here from Chim. He's got Vanguard and he's got his Echo Saber, but looks like the target was maybe Sub-Myth or Visoy here. Got a couple of illusions scouting out, but here comes X. I mean, here comes Slash and X, so maybe a duel coming out if we get the crush, and here's the crush, but they're forced to back off now. X, again, gonna be the sacrificial aim. I think the net will connect, and everything else will also connect, so they'll split that one. 1-1 there between Visoy and Sub-Myth. Again, I think you gotta watch out for this Morphling. Yes, they did just gank him, GNR and Sub-Myth able to get the kill, but you know, 6-1. He's sitting at third most in CS. In terms of net worth, he's also third most, but if he's the top for the Dire team, obviously he's going to be the one that you have to take care of first. He's got his Dragonlance. He's working on that E-Blade now, so I think he must have Lincoln Sphere on the Courier or something. Or he got the Ring of Health and he doesn't care about the Lincoln Sphere anymore, but he started that and now he's just going to kind of drop off. Now he still has not got any talent, so not a Morphling player myself, but kind of surprised by that. GNR going up in here on Slash. Here with Sub-Myth to try to finish the kill. Press the attack. Not going to be enough. The ult coming out from Fear Protector, but GNR does not get into it. So now it's X falling fast. X will also die. So far it's 2 for none as Anonymous becomes a third. John trying to do something there, but no mana left. Has to blink away. And Sub-Myth chasing him down, but the laser taking out Sub-Myth. GNR not able to zip far enough. Gets stuck on the mountain there. But here comes Azraith to pick up the kills. He's the janitor here. Can he get GNR before GNR gets away? He's got that Bloodstone, but oh, he gets the stun, the Adaptive Strike, and he's able to zip away with no mana and no health left. Can Azraith catch him out? And the waveform will be enough to take out his dominating streak. GNR falling to the hands of Azraith there. Chim up top now, trying to push out this lane, as he was not part of any of that. But you know, good gold there going towards Jean. 704, 735 for Azraith, and they're able to kind of make a little bit out of that there, getting that kill. Those 2 big kills. Sure, you lose 3. You know, 3 big heroes as well. maybe, you know, Anonymous doesn't, not the biggest hero, but, you know, they are able to get the 2 net worth leaders in GNR and Submyth, so a nice job by the Dire kind of pulling that one out of their ass a little later, but again, we have this lead for the Radiant starting to really catch up here. We got 5k now, and X, they know something's going on. He's being body blocked here by Vsor. We got a TP coming in from Slash, but still no vision. Primal Spring from Chim will connect on the, and the Boundless Strike as well. The Impale, the follow up. Here comes Wukong's command. Slash is a dead hero. That was crazy just how fast he blew up Submyth in the area. Now X shouldn't be standing here, I don't think. The Shallow Grave will come out, but a little preemptive, I think. He does have 3 points, so once he gets that 4th point, the cooldown will be a lot lower. But for now, GNR looks like maybe pushed it a little more. There's a ward here from Anonymous, but GNR, or Anonymous in some real trouble. Does he get the Overgrowth off? And he does not. He gets the Boundless Strike interrupted, and he will fall as well as Jean. So Chim, the only one really in some trouble, as GNR fell to Azwraith, and now Azwraith and John forced to back off, but the net will connect on to Azwraith. He's in the real trouble. Gets the Adaptive Strike on the Vsor, but will fall in the back end, allowing John to get out before Vsor could get the Impale. But no, it's off cooldown anyway. On cooldown anyway, so a 3 for none. 3 for 1. GNR did fall. I forgot about that, but he zips right back in. He's coming in, and it's gonna be Jean falling here, probably to Chim in the Shadow Wave, and it will be Vsor picking up the kill. So Radiant Heroes very close to dead here, with the exception of GNR, but he's just low on mana as he just came back from the dead. So good job there by the Radiant. They were able to get 4 or 5 kills out of it. I know Slash fell a little early. I don't know if you want to count that as part of the skirmish there, but you know, Slash is a little far back, still doesn't have that Desolator, so really only a Blink Dagger and Bottle right now. GNR looks to take this tier 2, and he might be able to do so easily. He can zip away, but here comes, oh, he zips a couple too many times, and X gets the crush, and the duel coming out, so GNR will fall. It's another duel victory for Slash, sitting at 44 damage now, so it was a nice pick off there. They should be able to deny their tower as well, as it's at 1 HP. Hopefully someone denies that. That's just easy gold sitting there, waiting for GNR to zip back in and take it. But Submyth now. Let's find the real meatball here. There he is. So he's got his Ags, he's got Dragonlance, Travels, and the Blink Dagger. So he's living the high life. Maybe we see a Scotty coming out next, as he does have that Orb of Venom, but he's still fairly low on health, on money, and here comes a nice ward here by Anonymous to find Submyth, but he's gonna turn this back around. The Overgrowth coming out, and here comes GNR. Submyth will fall, but so will all the Dire heroes. Maybe Anonymous lives through it. John here with the laser at least provides some misses from GNR, and Vsor tries to get the Impale, not gonna connect quite yet. Anonymous still in some trouble, trying to live in these trees, and he's able to do so. But the Sentry comes down, and GNR picks up the kill. So again, it's a 3 for 1. Submyth, they thought they were going to get Submyth with a nice little gank there, but man, he was able to turn that around. The poof combo just does so much. But meanwhile, Azwraith and Jean are going to push this tier 2 here. A little rat dodo going on, I guess. Azwraith packs a good punch. He's got that E-Blade now too, so if any solo hero tries to go on him, maybe if Vsor tries to get the Vendetta, Vsor might fall a little faster than he expects. I don't know if we've seen him use the E-Blade quite yet, or if this will be the first time that the Radiant Heroes experience that. GNR now has his Orchid. He's only got 7 Bloodstone charges, but this might be a tier 2 for tier 2. A TP on Cam rather. GNR does have no TP, so X and Slash gonna go on Vsor here. Oh, maybe just the heroes. The creeps rather. Here comes Azwraith. He came down and blew up Cambalon, and now it's Azwraith falling fast at GNR and Chim, but staying alive. The what's it called? From Tree Protector. Now Jean on the backside in that Wukong's command. Anonymous needs to get out of here, and so does Slash. Anonymous will fall. Slash gets the duel and gets the kill onto Vsor, but it's a 3 for 2 so far. They did take their own tier 2, and this one's still up. So right now, in terms of towers, the Dire are doing okay. A nice crush and a little juke there by X to get out of that net combo, but Submyth looking to take some kills here. GNR also ready to go in. Then they go in on Slash here. X gets a big crush on all the Meepos and GNR, but the net gonna stick them up, and here comes the poofs, and they will both fall. It's Submyth taking both kills, so they should have just gone back where they could have. They lost the tower to Chim, and now this might be a tier 3 and even a set of Rex. The only buyback here going for Azwraith. All other heroes, no buyback, at least for the Dire. Jean will be up soon, but there's still no creep wave, so for now, Submyth forced to go home, and GNR will kind of pick up the pieces of that creep wave and try to let their creeps do some chip damage on this tier 3, but looks like Submyth coming back for more. Anonymous here, he does have the overgrowth, but Submyth quickly gonna blink away. So yeah, he's got 4 points of living armor. It allowed Azwraith to live for a little bit longer, able to pick up that kill onto Cambalon in the skirmish down here. But Submyth, a very hard hero to kill right now. He's level 24 here at 28 minutes. He's done a nice job splitting up his meepos after that jungle in the beginning of the game. Had a little bit of a rough time, but Anonymous in some real trouble. Silenced up by GNR's Orchid. He will fall so fast to Submyth. So this Radiant team now has a 10k net worth lead. The Corrosive Haze onto Vsor. They will find it, but now Axe is getting turned on by GNR, and here comes Submyth. Oh, the duel going on to GNR, Submyth here, but it might not be in time. The Shallow Grave will come out, so GNR actually picks up the duel victory. And now it's a 4 for none. It's a disastah. Oh, the chat wheel, man. I love the chat wheel, but still, the Radiant team, they're looking pretty unstoppable here. They've got a 12k net worth, and Submyth is just doing so much here. It's gonna be hard if the Dire team wants to turn this around, as they only have one tier 2 left, and it's got 1 HP. Yeah, Tree not able to even heal that one up recently. Again, the only buyback left here, or the only buyback up rather, is for Azwraith. The rest of the heroes still no buyback. Let's check on the game buybacks here. Yeah, the only heroes in the entire game now that have buyback are Monkey King and Storm Spirit. So look at this net worth. Both the Radiant heroes in the top, 15 and 14.7k. The next one down is still 2k less in terms of net worth, and that's Azwraith. Vsor, GNR able to get the kill onto the courier, so no cargo on it, but we got a Dagon coming up from Vsor, it looks. Dagon level 1. He's got his Blink Dagger and his Dagon, so kind of an older build. You usually see Ags on Nyx Assassin recently, but you know, Dagon still works depending on what you're trying to do. You can get those easy kills once Submyth comes in, just trying to finish people off. But Anonymous might be in some trouble here. He's been killed here quite a few times, and not the best ward. But, oh, it's going to be Azwraith falling fast. He has no buyback, so there goes your carry. You're really relying right now on Slash and kind of Jean to push out these lanes. A very aggressive blink by Slash. As I get done saying that you're going to rely on him, he falls to kind of a bad play on his own, and now it's X in trouble. Crush not only going to go onto Vsor, but GNR zipping around. Jean able to blink out of it. The Wukong's command not connecting onto anyone, but it's going to be X. Looking like he's going to fall here. The root coming out. Submyth picking up the kill, so Anonymous gets the overgrowth off, but what's he going to do? There's no trees around. He's going to try to live through here. He's got the 4 points there, but they do have dust. I don't know why they haven't popped yet. Cambalon in some trouble here. Has to Shallow Grave himself, and now Vsor getting some up, but Submyth going to go on, and it's going to be Jean picking up the kill on the Cambalon there. Anonymous gets dusted up, and he gets the Boundless Strike here from Chimp, picks up the kill. So just Dire heroes falling over and over and over again. Jean does get a kill, and stays alive too, but it's not looking so good here for the Dire. Submyth looking to push this tier 3 and easily get this Rax. Just look how fast this thing's falling. It shouldn't be hard at all for him. GNR diving deep, it seems, but the E-Blade coming out and the Adaptive Strike. He is able to zip out of the Adaptive Strike, which likely would have killed him there, but no mana, not a lot of health. Has 20 Bloodstone charges. At one point he did have 8, maybe less, I'm not really sure, but again, this tower is sitting at 1 HP. Hopefully Anonymous kind of notices it and starts healing it up, but that's a full set of racks there for the Radiant team. They're sitting at a sizable 20k net worth lead. Dire, they did have that split push where they were able to take out tier 2, and now it's Jim in some trouble here. The Adaptive Strike comp with the E-Blade combo. Here comes X. The Boundless Strike not connect. He did have the Abyssal Blade, which connected on the Azwraith for a little bit, but X was there with the stun. Take him out. Now him and Jean look to push this mid lane, try to get all these super creeps that will be spawning soon. I don't know if that was the first wave or if this is the first wave, but the super creeps are gonna start posing a problem here for this Dire team. That mid lane is just gonna keep pushing itself out now. So I think if you're the Dire, your win conditions, you really got to take out Submyth as he's farming. did a good job there. He is dead currently. Submyth, and then maybe smoke and take Roche, I think would be the next answer. Don't have, yeah, you got a pretty decent Roche team, I guess. Azwraith and Legion able to both put in some good right clicks against Roche, but Vsoi sitting under these two wards here. The duel will come out immediately, but despite Carapace gotta connect. Azwraith able to finish off the kill on the Vsoi to grant the victory, and here comes the Shallow Grave on the GNR. So GNR able to zip out, not a ton of mana, but Cambalon did a nice job saving him there. So a nice duel victory there from Slash. I thought it wasn't gonna go his way as GNR zips right in. And despite Carapace from Vsoi did a nice job of kind of stunting the beginning of that duel, but Azwraith was there to pick up the kill, and X, not the real X, it's actually Azwraith's thing, and X gets the crush here onto Cambalon, silenced up, and gonna get the Shallow Grave off on himself, and now it's gonna be Azwraith pick up the kill on Chim and the Wukong command. So Azwraith now coming online, Slash on the back end, gets a kill on Cambalon, and GNR forces Zip around down the mountainside. Now it's Submyth here, trying to get the kill on the X, and the duel going on to one of the Meepos, and it's Azwraith picking up the kill again, so a 4 for none. A nice turnaround here from the Dire team. They get a nice 3k gold exchange there, but John forced to come back, saved his tier 4s. Well, at least the shrines for now. So, finally have this last tier 1 falling here. Vsoi denies that one. He's got a level 2 Dagon, so that's gonna start posing a problem shortly, but only against certain heroes now. I mean, a lot of this Dire team is very tanky. Here comes GNR trying to, but the Lincolns gets popped first, so the Electric Vortex not going to connect. Rooted up and disarmed now. Can he get the Adaptive Strike? No, he's silenced still. He needs to get the Adaptive Strike, and this should be easy. GNR runs out of mana, can't quite get up the hill. A little sad to watch, but, you know, Azwraith is pulling this team back towards victory here. A lot. I mean, Submyth, it just keeps dying now. Azwraith able to get the kill, it just does so much damage, so we have a Diffusal now on Submyth. I'm surprised he didn't go for Scotty, kind of tank up a little bit more, or even we see E-Blade, but I guess he wanted the Diffusal first, take out some mana. I would assume it's from Azwraith, so we can't keep morphing, but I'm not quite sure there. Slash sitting at 72 dual damage, has the Deso, working on an Ags now, that'll be helpful. Not many times you say that a Legion Commander Ags is going to be helpful, but this might be one of those instances where it really is. But I think now they changed it, so Ags makes it so you can cast abilities onto the dual participants. So I think Shallow Grave will no longer be, you know, effective. I believe that's how it works now. I can't remember. I know they changed it, and I don't see it enough to quite remember the exact changes, but Slash, find Vsoi here. Not sure which one's real, apparently, or a little too afraid to go in. Almost has that Ag, a couple 100 gold away. Just gonna farm up the illusions instead. But Vsoi going in on Slash now. Stayed around a little too long. The net's coming out from Submyth. Will fall here. Jean trying to save his buddy, but not gonna be enough. And here comes GNR now. Able to get the blink away is Jean, so nice job there by him, but Slash just kind of stayed a little too long. Obviously they had the vision as he was killing the illusions there, but Submyth gonna try to take out Roche now. Should be able to do so fairly easily. Just look how much damage he's putting out. Just has to kind of micro his meepos around, and should be a quick first Roche here for the Radiant team. But meanwhile, down bottom, Azwraith split pushing, trying to take out a tier 3. GNR, not a lot of mana left. Chim doesn't have Boundless Strike anymore, so Azwraith does a nice job TPing out, but it's Submyth picking up the Aegis here. Cambalon able to de-ward this nice ward that has helped the Dire a couple times now as Nyx was standing underneath it. That's how they got one of those kills that turned into the 4-man wipe. Now Vsoi finding Jean before he's able to finish the rearm, but the overgrowth coming out, Spike Carapace enough on the Vsoi. The E-Blade will just take out Vsoi, but now Submyth instant trouble. The X gets the big crush. The Aegis already popped. Got the Shallow Grave on a GNR, but a little unnecessarily. Azwraith and X able to get back to the high ground, as Anonymous has to sit in the trees, able to dodge the Submyth. Gets the nets off onto some creeps now, so a nice job there by Azwraith and X getting a huge crush. They're gonna go on the replica here. Proof combo coming out. GNR 13 Bloodstone charges now, so his Bloodstone has been the craziest thing to watch this game. It was at 8 and then 20 and now 13. The E-Blade coming out and Cambalon dies immediately. Waveform on GNR. GNR silences up, but he's dying fast. Now it's Submyth. He's going to die, and it's going to be X picking up, or Slash rather, picking up the duel victory. So a 3-for-1 as Submyth buys back GNR. Not a lot of health left, no mana at all, but his Bloodstone is quickly charging that back up. They only lost a tier 3 there and forced a buyback already by Submyth, so I'd say that's a dire victory. Definitely shows so in here as John fell, and I think it was a 4-for-1 at the end there. I mean, I know they did end up losing heroes beforehand, but down bottom now is Chim trying to get the Wukong's command out. It does for maybe half a second as Azraith picks up another kill, so he's becoming quite the problem. He's going to have his Scotty shortly, as he's going to pick up his next ultimate orb. He might be saving for buyback first, but after that, well, Lincoln's doing a lot of work for him, kind of pushing out the electric vortex from GNR that he's been using to kind of catch him, and now they might find Submyth here. They don't have any forward vision to find him, but Anonymous, the scout, will see him. Overgrowth ready. Can he get it? He gets the Overgrowth off, but no follow-up. Where's his team? He's rooted up by the nets from Meepo, so... Oh, Anonymous, buddy. In some trouble here. The Living Armor going to keep him alive for now, but here comes Azraith. He does get the kill on Anonymous. The E-Blade Adaptive Strike, so Submyth is down for 2 full minutes. Anonymous, although he did die there, you know, that's not a problem whatsoever. A 1-for-1 trade there, and on the backside, we still have Chim and GNR down, so Visoy and Cambalon, the only ones alive right now. Jean able to split push, take out this top, maybe take the tower. I don't know. Cambalon is here to kind of nuke out the wave, but Azraith and X have different ideas. They're going to look for this bottom tower. With Submyth down for now, for another 90 minutes, 90 seconds. Azraith can just do so much. He gets stunned up, and his Replica's still alive. He's actually falling faster. X came in to get the crush, but he does get it fizzled up. And now Azraith falls to GNR. The duel coming in. Can't tell who it's on Cambalon, so Cambalon will also fall now. X getting the crush on GNR. GNR falls to the overwhelming odds, but then X will fall in the back end. And now it's Jana getting killed by Visoy. Azraith does have to buy back in, and he's going on Chim in that Wukong command. He's getting stunned up, and here comes GNR. The Blinking Sphere will pop. He's morphing strength as fast as he can, but he's falling fast. GNR, it's a 1v1, and Azraith able to get out for now. So GNR not able to get the kill on Azraith, but Visoy comes in, he gets the Impale, has no more mana. The Living Armor going to keep him alive, but here's GNR again, no mana as well. So Azraith forced to kind of back out, but he might be able to turn this. He has Waveform and E-Blade and Adaptive Strike, but for now, Azraith does not want to lose his life. He is the top of net worth charts now, so he did have to buy back for that, but I think it might have been well worth it depending what they take for objectives off this. You want to do as much as you can with Submyth down for another 35 seconds. And Azraith and Slash able to take a tier 2 here and might be able to push it to more. Only Visoy, Cambalon will be up in a second, and GNR are alive, but you know, for right now, they have no more outer towers for the Radiant team. We still have this one sitting at 1 HP, so Treant's still not doing anything there, but GNR, quite a problem now. You know, his Bloodstone might be not that much, but being able to take out Submyth, a little easier, but GNR can zip around fairly easy. He can Orchid up you and silence, obviously, with that. Slash has a sizable amount of duel victory now, 126, and he's working on Octarines, it seems, so a little bit surprised at coming out, not really going for that damage or anything else, as we tend to see Legion Commanders do, but now it seems the Slash might be in some trouble. GNR zipping in, so Anonymous scouting this out shortly, and he'll see these heroes. Hope he does not overgrowth, but GNR going on the silences and the stuns and everything. Slash should fall here fairly easy, and it's GNR picking up the last hit. Yeah, not much you could do there. Anonymous definitely played that a little smarter by not going in, and it's going to be, again, the dire courier falling. At 765 net worth on it, I'm not sure whose that was, but X forced to blink out of danger, able to do so. GNR is out of mana for now, is that, you know, low count Bloodstone kind of forces him to run out of mana a little faster. Anonymous going to try to cut the wave here, force the Radiant heroes back, but he's not really the best wave clear. He doesn't have Ags or anything, so doesn't do too much there. Azraith, meanwhile, split pushing, and again, he's such a problem now. He's got both of his ultimate orbs. He did buy back, so he doesn't have that for a few more minutes, but Visoy going on to Anonymous here. Anonymous running out of mana fast, has no more to overgrowth, but if he can stay in these trees, stay invis, the GNR comes in, Dagon gonna connect. Is he dusted up? He's not, but he's falling fast. Anonymous will fall, so far 3 down as Sub picks up the kill on the X, but meanwhile down bottom, Azraith killing tier 3, and the Is this a melee? Melee rack's falling fast. He's forced to TP out. Vsword not there. Jean doing a nice job keeping this out. He's got the Ags now, so it does a lot towards these heroes. Make sure the mischance just does so much. And, you know, with heroes like Campbell on, he's going to fall fast to the laser rocket combo. There's rockets. I hate playing against Tinker. So now Morphling, he's 400 away. The net not going to connect from Submit, but here comes Jean. He's TPing in, and now Azraith turning this around. Will Submit die? He gets the E-Blade, and the Adaptive Strike not going to be enough, and now Azraith, oh, but his Slash coming in with the overwhelming odds. They're going to duel up in the Wukong's command, but they can't do anything to Chim with that Ags on him. Here comes, so the Shallow Grave does work for Chim. Jean has to get out of here. He's falling pretty fast, but Wukong's command is over now. Slash putting on the chase, but not going to get the overwhelming odds onto Chim. So that might be one of those times where Ags is not good, as we so commonly know on Slash, with Jean and Slash. Find a little altercation here with GNR, and now Vsword come back in. He's vendetted up with the blink away, just in time there. Oh, but Jean's going back in, pops the Lincoln Sphere of GNR. Vsword doing some good scouting. They need some wards here. They need some sort of detection to know that Vsword's in the area and invis. He's got the level 4 Dagon rather. Oh, and now silent stuff is Slash. He gets somehow pushed down to the low ground there with the Ancients. The Overgrowth coming out might not be enough. Stuns coming out, and again, the Shallow Grave already out, but the duel coming out. This should be an easy one should the Shallow Grave end, and it does in time. So GNR falls, and so does Vsword by the hands of Azraith. And now it's Campbell on instant trouble. He doesn't have Shallow Grave for another second or so. Has a TP, so they can get another stun, and there it is. He gets the Shallow Grave, not going to be able to TP out, even though he's got it. He has the Glimmer Cave, trying to get away, does not get up to the high ground, and it will be Jean picking up another kill there. So a 4 for none at the back end of that fight. Jean picks up a good amount of gold. Didn't see, obviously, the whole thing in that fight recap, but nice job by the Dire. They're turning this around. They've got a net worth lead of about 1,000 thanks to Azraith. He's got his Scotty now. Lincoln's no buyback, though. That's important to see. We're going to check on our statuses. Only Slash and Jean in the entire game have buybacks. So should they kill Submyth one more time, maybe GNR as well. He'll be up shortly. That was weird. On X. Four-step himself in, kind of went back, Boundless Strike connecting on the 2, but should be an easy tier 3 tower falling here. Submyth might want to go in, but Azraith, as we know, can kill him fairly easily. Gets the first net off. Look how fast his Rax is falling. Looks like Azraith doesn't really care about the heroes. And as we kind of talked about, this Monkey King late game, Monkey King will fall so fast with lasers, and Submyth will also fall. He's down for 100 seconds. Only Campbellon is up. It looks like the Dire might be able to take this. Him and Chim both down, so Campbellon up, Vsword will be up, and GNR comes up right now, but this might be mega creeps as Azraith able to take out these racks so fast. They just have to get these last 2 racks, and that's going to be it. Vsword trying to do everything he can here with GNR and Campbellon to stunt this push here from the Dire heroes, but what can they do? The Impale connects on the 2, but it doesn't matter. X and Slash are able to take out their last racks, and that's mega creeps already. Meanwhile, Jean's TPing back in, trying to just push the waves out, and here comes Azraith. Oh, what an easy kill. The E-Blade Adaptive Strike combo, the Overgrowth onto 2, and now it's GNR. Campbellon forced to Shallow Grave rather. And GNR falls. Anonymous does die from the tower, and a buyback comes out from Submyth. Azraith in some trouble with the press the attack coming in from Slash, keeping him alive. X gets a stun onto 3, 4 Meepos? I'm not sure. Gets defused up by Meepo now. Azraith rooted up and everything. Can he get the kill on Submyth, or Submyth do it? But no! Slash comes in with the overwhelming odds, and Submyth is down for 110 seconds. This might be GG. What a turnaround it has been from this Dire team. It's a dieback from Meepo, losing 1,200 gold. A buyback here from Anonymous, maybe a little hasty, but you know, you still have Azraith alive, and just keep him alive, and you know, he's healing up, and they can take this out so easily. Now X in some trouble, gets a turnaround crush onto Chim, and now Jean's trying to get those laser rockets, but it's going to be a duel coming out. Shallow Grave does come out from Campbellon, but will it last long enough for him to live? One more, and it will be enough. Chim does fall, and Shallow Grave not able to do it, so Dazzle, the only one alive for 20 more seconds, and that should be the game. Azraith farming up, trying to get a butterfly here. Does he have enough gold? And he does, so he's going to take out the shrine. They're just kind of toying around now, knowing that they can win this, but they shouldn't get too cocky. Granted, you do have mega creeps, but, you know, Meepos are definitely good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think they can win this. I'm going to say good to come back with, but we've seen him die so many times. GNR trying to do everything he can kind of stop this, and Campbellon and Vsword as well. The Spike Carapace going to stop that, but it does not matter. Look at all these mega creeps here. Overgrowth's coming out. Azraith picking up another kill, it seems, and he does on GNR, and a dual victory here for Slash as well. So Octarines is 358 duel damage, man. I did not see that one coming. What a turnaround by the Dire that was. One of the better comebacks I've seen. I mean, I think it was like almost a 20k net worth lead or so. Just so many misplays from the Dire early on. But, you know, it was definitely enough to come back on the shoulders of Azwraith and Slash as well. So GG, a nice job by the Dire coming back for that. Again, guys, I'm Jeed. You can catch me at JeedTV on Twitch, Twitter, just YouTube, search that. I think that'll bring it up. I haven't even tried myself, but like, subscribe, all the good shit. Yeah, thanks for watching.